Blub blub everyone, welcome back to Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. Not Sanctuary of Saras anymore. It is over, there is no Saras anymore, and I think that is still kind of the better choice. I still think it would have been nice if we could have gotten Nimue out without killing her, but that's about it. I think that's literally it. The price of healing temptation. Oh yeah, we need to do something still, no? Don't we? We need to go here. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. There. We need to go there anyway.
Nice to see you.
Okay, could it load, please? Thank you. That was eerie. We need to go into the hospital. That was back there, I think. Because we want to start a quest that we have learned of. From... That's not the one. From Manaway. It's back here. That is our today's deed, and we need to go into the hospital for that. Hospital warehouse. Interesting. Can't get there without a key. I thought we did talk to the most important people here, but apparently we missed one. That sounded weird. Corvin.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Camelot Scout. We did talk to Ignatius. Oh, we said no with this guy because the Red Death bullshit. Okay, I hope I can still say yes.
Have you come to receive the gift?
The word is a lie. The Red Priests are criminals. They tortured
I've
me.
heard the tales of the Red Priest's brutality, and I have witnessed it myself. Their methods are harsh, yes, but tell me, what better way is there to cleanse the flesh, to hollow the body, and make room for the word's glory?
Your nonsense disgusts me.
We are not perfect as we are. We must be bent into the proper shape.
That's absolutely not true.
So it is decided.
Gift.
This brings me great joy, sister. It will take but a moment. You will feel no pain. Now, go to the place where I first set foot on this path. There, you will find the one who shall become your shepherd soon. You will be reborn.
We should be immune to the Red Death, though. So, what has happened? Hollow shell. Waiting to be filled with the sacred joy.
Nice to see you.
Okay. No, I don't need something to ease my pain. I want actually to help you. Funny potion. We are still on the quest where we have to secure her funding. Let's see if we can finish that real quick since we're here. By the way, there are more guards than inhabitants in here, so... It says it all.
Always a pleasure to see you. Good day. Let me...
I convinced everyone to support.
That's terrific news. I must say I'm impressed.
Just
Getting
forgot
that
to
lot
talk
to
to
agree
him.
on anything is not a small feat. Now, we can really get started. Ailey will stay on as head of the hospital. But with steady finances and a reliable supply of medicine, it should take a lot of the burden off her shoulders. In the meantime, we'll turn this endeavor into a truly profitable business.
You should not. It should be a truly profitable business. It should be barely profitable.
You know, I've got to say, it's been a real pleasure working with you. The whole of Kunacht will owe you a great deal.
Great. Why do I feel so dirty then? And so disgusted. Red Shield, Commander. Simple meal, venison stew.
What brings you this way?
Can't even make those. That should mean that we could talk to her, I guess. And finish this quest. What? Sometimes I wish this game would be a little bit less grey in the quests. Healthcare should only just be able to run, not to make profit. Yeah, it should be a non-profit organization. Any infrastructure and, you know... Why can't I... Huh? Can I not turn this in? Maybe it'd be worth checking... Oh, after some time. Okay. Well, that's good. Any infrastructure should be that way. It should not be in the hands of the government, and it should not be in private hands. It should be... Well, not publicly traded in any way whatsoever, or for-profit organizations. It should be a non-profit one. That is my thinking there. Ah, okay, with Sir Renard, which we still have to kill, I think. What's the other thing there? Temptation. What's temptation? Oh, Liliana. Yeah, sure, let's talk to him. I don't like that we are hollow and need to be filled with the sacred juice. That sounds very bad. Of course, a bit of profit can make the health cap better, but that's kinda the only point where profit should be allowed. I mean, it should make enough money to, you know, pay for itself, basically. That's fine. But that's about it.
Hello there, strange-looking citizen. Are you lost, or just looking for someone?
I was actually looking for you. You've got a bit of a reputation around here.
Me? For what? Standing around looking tough?
For spanking the meat a bit too much. No, for being Liliana's biggest fan. Funny thing, all the books about her are missing.
Wait a moment. You think I stole those books?
I only have
Beautiful
two.
Liliana is sacred to me, all right? I'd never touch Vrel's stash, I swear. I was saving up for the new volume. Now it's gone? How the hell am I supposed to know what happens to Liliana next? No!
Spoiler. She gets boinked. It's porn. That's the point of it. Any idea who might have taken them?
I don't know. But there's this red priest hanging around who loves scaring the crap out of soldiers. Always preaching doom and sin, you know? And you know what's worse? That damn priest saying Liliana's, inspiring moments are why I'll be cursed. He told me I'd grow hair on the inside of my palms. What kind of nutter says that to a bloke? Is that even a thing? Damn brother Ismat got me paranoid.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Thank the gods. I was losing sleep over
You're
this.
not going blind.
I mean, I don't trust that priest farther than I could throw him, but he's got a way of getting inside your head, you know?
These stupid lies. I just can't hear them
I guess
anymore.
I should have known better. Beautiful Liliana's too pure to curse a guy, right? Right?
Where can I find the priest?
Oh, he's probably at the Red Church headquarters. That's where they're always praying and doing whatever it is that Red Priests do. Just be careful. The man's got a way of making you feel like you're already cursed. Creepy bastard.
Okay.
Catch you late.
So back
Always a
there.
pleasure to see you.
So the priest stole them, hey? That's Elwyn. Where's the Red Priest headquarters? Oh my god, down there? Oh, that's great. Ow. We're gonna show that priest. Everyone needs some nice porn. Really? He's in the refugee hut. What is he doing there? Yeah, that's here. I would call new equipment and education as normal cost, not as Something you need actual profit
We are
for.
the sanctified martyrs.
That should be budgeted for.
Through blood we strive for purity.
Sermon on the path of
We are
discipline.
the sanctified martyrs.
From Flamen the
Through
Chaste.
blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people.
By the way, that's already a lot of blood.
Through service and duty we ascend to holiness.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Yes? What reason do you have to interrupt my prayer? What could be more important than this?
You're a dumbass. I see a self-flagellating priest, not one in prayer. Yeah, I spoke with a soldier. Yeah,
The body is a vessel of the prophet's will, and its purpose is not to squander, but to glorify, says a sermon written by Flamen the Chaste.
And its purpose is not to squander, but to glorify. And that's why I self-flagellate. What?
Through the suffering of the body, I free myself from the snares of evil. Each strike of the whip creates a wound,
You're
a
just a
holy
masochist.
space to be filled with the K's grace.
Crazy person. I spoke with a soldier who told me you filled his head with some strange
I know
notions.
which sinner you speak of. I also know he intended to read those books, tainted with lechery. I could not allow that, because I know all too well what they do to minds prone to living in impurity.
We're one
As
of
I
them,
know what that man intended to do, with his sweaty hands panting over the next chapter.
Yeah, it's called biology, man. It's not that bad. You're imagining far too much. Yeah, I think maybe you have some interest in him when you're thinking that much about what he's doing with his sweaty hands. And what terrible thing you think he intended to do?
He intended to stain his soul
Man, you must be
with
pent up.
sin.
Yeah, sure,
People
sin.
who are lost for their entire lives don't even realize they're on a path to nowhere, that each new crossroads only leads them more astray. I only want to protect them from this. I want to ensure that their life's path would have fewer moments of doubt over whether to succumb to temptation or resist it.
All nonsense. You're just too pent up yourself. And don't, the only way you can deal with your frustrations is make other people more miserable. It's great. You're imagining far
I
too
have
much.
no intention of taking responsibility for what lurks in the shadow of their depraved imaginations. The sin comes from within them, not from me. You will not provoke me.
And how do you know it all too well?
Of course. I am a red priest, after all. I know much about the struggles of the spirit, about what shatters a person's dignity, about the acts that cloud the mind with a fog.
So strength's not gonna work, but you sound very insecure, almost as if you have something weighing on your conscience.
I don't know what's going through your head, but cease those filthy insinuations right now. Yes, I stole those books that are thick with words yet imparting no virtue, filled with vulgar, scandalous illustrations.
I think he was spanking the meat himself, and that's why he flagellated himself then. What did you plan to do with them?
What did I plan? To burn them, of course. That is what Miss Liliana deserves. That is the fate that befalls a rakish infidel.
Miss Liliana, you say?
Yes. You heard correctly. Do you think I don't know what's in those books? I won't deny it. I took a peek inside.
For 20
needed
hours
to
straight.
understand the sheer scale of depravity we are dealing with.
Right. You wanted to burn the books because they make people
I
horny.
acknowledge that sin is a natural part of the soul, yet equally natural should be penance, to free oneself from that sin.
I will never understand how procreation, which is necessary for the species, you know, to survive, is a sin. Basically, you're saying our species should not survive. Which, that's fine if you hold that opinion. Okay. But it's still absolutely dumb. See you, Coda. Have a good day. And blub blub. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Chasteness does not come easily, but that is why it is a virtue. Granting oneself relief through such primitive and vulgar acts, engaging with something as vile as these books.
I'm sure the church could teach you why procreation is bad. They don't. Because if it's in marriage, it's okay for some reason. It's just control. That's all it is. It's so you can sell that we are literally all born from sin. Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Have you read
all
A
nonsense.
Sermon on the Paths of Discipline by Brother Flamen? He makes a proper statement about those types of deviations. Hands that stray toward idle pleasures build no temple.
I mean, you're literally saying that you would do it 24/7. Which, I mean, damn. You know, at some point, that must hurt. But okay. Flesh is not that resilient. I would gladly familiarize myself with this sermon and then return to you.
You wish to have at least the bare minimum for discussion? Excellent. Look around our quarters. You should find that text, along with its perfect complement. A sermon on purity and temperance. We are the
No, we need to
sanctified
read
martyrs.
that vile garbage.
Through blood we
Lovely.
strive for purity.
Brothers and sisters, heed this wisdom. The body is a vessel of the prophet's will, and its purpose is not to squander but to glorify. Oh yeah, that bullshit. Hands that stray towards idol. He literally just quoted 2 sentences after each other. Build no temple, for what is taken in secrecy profits not the soul. What is taken in secrecy? Let not thy flesh govern thy spirit, for the fleeting flames of indulgence consume the heart's purity, and leave behind only ash. Treat your body like a sacred place, not a disgusting brothel, while he's flagellating. Totally sacred, that place. As the pursuit of for bodily pleasures is like blindness, and a blind man cannot fulfill his service either to his kin or to Kai, which makes him barren and forever lost. Who says a blind man cannot fulfill the purpose for her? Maybe she doesn't need your eyes. You're on your way to bed, Monoway. Well, have a good night. Have a good night then. And I hope you had a good time. Yet the prophet's judgment is not swift, but discerning. Full of care and justice at the same time. It is not the act alone that is weighed, but the intent and the fruit thereof. A hand that lingers on selfish desires serves no purpose higher than itself, but a hand that labors for love and creation, yeah, that's totally how it works, walks the righteous path. Know this, the seed is sacred, meant not for waste. Again, they don't understand biology, because, you know, a man's seed, if you want to call it that, is being produced and reintegrated into the body if it's not used. So it's wasted either way. Or are you saying we need to increase procreation rates to not to waste the seed? But for the cultivation of life and the service of greater purpose. Thus, walk not in shame, but in understanding. For the prophet judges the purpose, not the motion, and not the vessel's nature, but its fruits. If it wouldn't be, you know, repurposed back, if not used, your balls would explode at some point. And I don't think that would be, you know, not a waste. Hey, there's some good flagellating to be had at brothels. I mean, maybe you need to tell him that. Maybe he would be all for it then. Oh my god, terrible hamster. Why?
We are the sanctified martyrs.
Why?
Through blood we strive for purity.
Why can't I take this one? Hearken, ye children of the earth. Or hearken? I don't know. To the wisdom that is not of man, but of the prophet. For the hands of the righteous must not toil in vanity, nor should their works be consumed by the fires of fleeting desire. Yet it is not the act of the hand that condemns, but the heart that guides it astray. So as long as the heart of him is fine, he can spank it like nobody's business. Oh my god, Terrible Hamster, it gets worse and worse. Beware then of selfish indulgence that builds no kingdom, brings no fruit, nor serves the good of others. As the river flows not backward, so should man's spirit strive forward, seeking what is pure and true. Remember therefore that the gift of life is for sharing and not for consuming alone. The gift of life is for sharing and not for consuming alone. What the fuck were they doing? I think they were even too stupid to spank it correctly. What the hell? No wonder they found that abhorrent. Whatever they were doing, it sounds very wrong. But it is crucial to find holiness where it truly resides. Definitely in the balls. And at the same time, discern where excessive zeal is unnecessary. Do not waste your time searching for trivial problems. Your time can be put to much better use. For Kai calls not for the denial of the body's workings, but for the elevation of the spirit to understanding and grace. Yes, put it to better use, slave away for your lord, so they can get another portion. That's how that works. Don't waste it on pleasures of for yourself. That's vanity. I mean, maybe they threw it in a pan because they had no other eggs for breakfast. Ugh. Yuck. Yuck, Lucy, yuck. Unspeakable horrors indeed.
Sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive.
Let's see how that will work.
Through purity we serve.
I can't take this one, unfortunately. Well, let's see how that works. Hello, I read the garbage that you are reading.
You have
the vile,
returned.
disgusting
My
nonsense.
decision remains unchanged. All of Liliana's books will burn as soon as I finish my prayer.
I'd rather burn you. I've read some of them.
So, what has someone like you gleaned from them? I am most curious, especially since it's written that a hand that lingers on selfish desire serves no purpose higher than itself.
I like Terrible Hamster's comment. Sharing is caring. That's what we're taking from this.
The seed is sacred, meant not for waste, but for the cultivation of life and the service of greater purpose.
Yes, you're great at learning things by heart. It's awesome. What if such a form of satisfaction allows people to meet their needs in a healthy way? Does that not serve a purpose? Yeah, it's better than, going out and forcing others to participate in the sharing.
Of course it serves a purpose. A vain and impure one. Such self-gratification weakens the spirit and body. It compels the heart to submit to every fleeting whim.
Not necessary. Why? What? You mean like your whim to flagellate yourself? Where are you different? What? Fashion grails? I'm stupid, I just now found out about the transmog. Oh, the transmog, yeah, I showed you this. That my armor is transmogrified. Do see, what the hell? Oh, fashion grades, fashion soulsing, okay.
Meanwhile, to be men means resisting those whims, holding back the hand from striking, restraining the hand from depravity.
Hold the hand back from striking while he flagellates himself.
How can a man be ready to protect his loved ones if he's so willing to blind himself through sin? Just to remind you, a blind man cannot fulfill his service either to his kin or Kay, which makes him barren and forever lost.
A K is something different. Isn't it that the prophet judges not the vessel's nature but its fruits? The Camelosian you are scared of is a soldier he serves. But what about, yet it is not the act of the hand that condemns, but the heart that guides it astray. You know what, whatever, whip yourself, I have no intention of working with you. Not the vessel's nature, but its fruits. And what they mean here is the serving the duty to their lord, or, well, to the king, is the fruits of the body, which is then above the nature, and the nature being spanking it like a monkey. It is not the act of the hand that condemns, but the heart that guides astray. I think this is wrong, though, because he would just say, yeah, but the heart makes him do that and stuff. Bold of you to assume I pay attention. Wow. Wow. Let's try it with this one.
He serves, indeed. It is, of course, a different kind of service than mine, but if you put it that way...
Is it? Just because you serve your imaginary sky daddy or the dead prophet or whatever, it doesn't matter. He actually serves the people, which I would say is much more important than what you are doing. Sitting in your chamber and flagellating yourself for no reason. Probably getting some nasty infection that then the other people have to work for, so you recover for whatever reason, instead of just letting you die and living more peacefully, because they don't have such nonsense spouted around all the time.
It is true that this man, for reasons known to him, started his duty and continues it. I must admit that I hold deep respect for those dedicated to their service. Maybe the soul of that one is not as corrupted as I thought, even if he is so eager to look into those tomes.
Speaking on these matters, you seem to adopt an accusatory tone. Your language is full of accusations, and what about thus walk not in shame but in understanding? Right?
I fear that sometimes this tone is necessary in priestly service. We know human nature all too well, do we not?
I'm not sure you know anything well.
Avoiding an admission of guilt does not mean avoiding punishment. Someone may treat my teachings with disdain, but ultimately, they will still stand before Kay and her word. Your words, however, are wise, and they lead towards reflection.
Are they? They're meaningless, in my opinion, but sure. You quoted that seed is sacred. Perhaps we should treat those subjects as a natural part of our life without unnecessary sanctity.
And there it is, the image of modern humanity, knowing no virtues, stripping purity from every aspect of life. You kill holiness.
There is no purity.
And then, in the face of life's hardships, you ask where grace has gone.
For the prophet judges the purpose, not the motion. To be frank, I think Kai doesn't care if someone takes matters into their own hands. I think you allocate sanctity to the wrong things, but it is crucial to find holiness where it truly resides, and at the same time discern where excessive zeal is unnecessary. That actually does make sense here. I think that's better than this one. Judges the purpose, not the motion. Both make sense in a way. But I still think for his sacred bullshit, I think this makes more sense.
Do not waste your time searching for trivial problems. It can be put to much better use.
Yeah, that's definitely a trivial problem, buddy.
Yes, you might be right about that one, stranger. An excellent observation, and a keen use of the passage from A Sermon on Purity and Temperance, I must admit.
What gives you the right to control what a person does with their own body? Like you with your flagellation. That definitely gets you off.
This is not about control, my child, but about opening the eyes of those who cannot see.
Whenever I hear my child, I want to punch him in his face. Is that an option? Whenever he says my child, punch in face. I would want to checkmark that, please.
Would it not be better if each of us were ready to receive the prophet's word? A body that succumbs to temptation is a weak body.
Also, how are these things swimming in air? Well, okay.
That is precisely why we must maintain purity, to be ready at any moment to receive the grace of the prophet. As Brother Flamen says, treat your body like a sacred place, not a disgusting brothel, as the pursuits of bodily pleasures is like blindness.
Please say, like a sacred place that you flagellate, or some nonsense like that. You're focusing on insignificant matters, Kai calls, not for the denial of the body's workings, but for the elevation of the spirit. But is it... yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But is it really for you to judge? The same sermon says, yet the prophet's judgment is not swift, but discerning and full of care and justice at the same time. I'm gonna say this for the elevation of the spirit.
Understanding and grace. That is a fragment where Flamen was not mistaken. It is difficult to interpret it otherwise, and his argument is further strengthened by his reference to the texts of esteemed priests. Nevertheless, the matter here is different. It has been stated many times how such acts dull the human mind. Such pleasures are like gathering rotting apples, unproductive at best, and poisonous at worst. So, dear stranger, where did our little discourse lead you? What about my role in all of this? Where would people be without priests, striving to protect them from sin and impurity?
In probably the best world that ever would be. I believe that what people do with their own bodies is their own business. You desire grace, someone else desires eroticism. Both are fine as long as neither harms another person. That is quite true. And as long as you fucking shut up about it. Separate natural needs from faith. Some things don't need to be treated with dogma. Especially since all that faith nonsense is separate from the... or has... wasn't that said somewhere? That it has nothing to do with the natural world? So why are you judging the natural world, you dumbass? Has nothing to do with it. By your own admission. There's sanctity and there's humanity. Don't make a fuss over reading lewd books, yeah. I think this. You desire grace, someone else desires eroticism. Both are fine as long as neither harms another person. I don't think he will agree with that. I don't think he will like any of those and agree with me, but I'm just... as long as it doesn't harm another person.
It is true that I myself was not always a priest. I did not always live guided by purity. Did that make me someone who hurt others or a bad person? I believe it did not.
Prove it.
That's a thought worth remembering. Enough, stranger. I see you've tried. But I won't debate matters of faith further. The books will burn. Now, let me return to my prayer. Someone help!
Well, well, well. The scoundrel has been caught. And now you'll have to pay a fine.
Oh no, 250.
Great. Now get lost.
Why does he live?
Hey, you! Seem you'll pay. Good.
Thank you. No books, crap. Oh, go away. I have an unforgivable bounty on me. Just because I executed that dumbass? Oh, come on. Let's try that again. I don't understand where I went wrong, to be honest. But I also don't understand any of his arguments. It's all nonsense to me. The guy whips himself because he thinks that Magic Sky Daddy will be happy, yeah. It's only because he actually likes the pain, you know? He just gets off by that. It's just the same thing with a different instrument.
We are the sanctified martyrs.
It's all that it is.
Through blood we...
Oh, shut up, you dumbass.
You have returned. So it's
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Now. Yeah, he serves. He liked that.
I fear that sometimes this tone is necessary. Avoiding an admission. Your words, however, are wise.
You quoted that seed is sacred, blah, blah, unnecessary sanctuary, blah, blah, blah. Fines are just the cost of business if you're rich enough. Yeah, apparently unforgivable is a little bad. Just because I executed that asshole? Damn it. And he didn't even have... If he had the books on him, I would have made it that he couldn't cry for help. I think you allocate sanctity to the wrong things. Yeah, she doesn't care. Maybe she liked to do it herself.
How can you even speak like that? How can you place the prophet's name in the same sentence with someone doing such hideous things?
Dude is a hard nut to bust. Wow,
I'll pretend
Lucy.
I didn't hear that. This is not about control, my... Would it... That is as...
It is about control and nothing else. Well, judgment swift and stuff.
That is, of course, an astute observation.
So he won't like that.
You've read the sermon. However, I am full of faith that I have been placed on this path precisely to make such judgment. Still, one could also view it from the perspective you mentioned.
Great that you are full of faith.
Yes.
That is your right, because I'm full of faith. Faith that is my right to cut your head off and take the books.
So, dear stranger, where did our little discourse lead you? What about my role in all of...
Some things don't need to be treated with dogma.
Everything is tied to faith. Don't you see?
That's what you say.
Every gesture of our hand, separating those two. Enough, stranger. I see you've tried, but the books will...
Yeah. Let's try that again. I think I know where I went wrong. I really don't care for reloading here. This is just idiocy. It's like arguing with a wall. And about the same IQ in there as well. Yes? Game? Yes? Maybe? Today? No?
We are the sanctified martyrs.
I just want these books, damn it. Blah, 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 blah. Yep, blah, 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 blah. Yep, So, that one. He likes the service. Of course he likes being served. This, I think, doesn't matter.
I avoid
I'm gonna do this because I'm still, you know, quoting.
And
blah, blah, blah. I don't think that one matters, though. So he didn't like this one at all, but this one is fine then.
That
gives you control, the right to control people. Yeah, prophet's judgment is swift.
That is, of course. However, I am full of faith that I have been still.
Blah,
one
blah,
could
blah.
also... So, dear stranger, what about...
That one. Not harm another person.
It is true that did that make me... That's... Speaking with you has been profound. I believe it was Kay herself who led our paths to cross.
No chronomancy did,
Thank you deeply for this dispute. You've left me with much to reflect upon. Of course, I'll return your books. For now, I can't decide what should be done with them. It's your call.
Oh my goodness. What a stupid nonsense. So we had a pointless discussion that led to nothing but us getting the books. Perfect. At least that one is done. Another quest successful. We could, by the way, get the shield, I think. But we'll wait. We'll wait until we fix this. The other stuff we have found. We still have 20. What, that took so long. My goodness.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Yes? Game? I should disband my summons.
Welcome back. Do you need any recommendations?
I thought you had the Red Death. Here are your books.
Thank you. How's Walter? I hope he didn't greet too hard when you made him part with him.
Did she say Kree? It wasn't Walter, it was Brother Ismat.
Brother Ismat? A red priest? What for?
You are asking, really?
Don't tell me he wanted to burn them for being indecent.
Yeah, what else? Yes, but I told him to return them.
Oh, so Kai does condemn thievery after all?
No.
I can never keep track. No matter.
No, it doesn't.
As long as the books are back where they belong. Thank you for helping. No many folks around here would have had my back like that. Here, take some gold as a reward, and I'll make sure you get a discount next time. One more thing.
Nice.
I can see you're alright, and I hope I can trust you. We need to talk.
Follow up. Don't don't tell me somebody already stole all the porn again, David. I want this one.
No, this time. I'm not in the mood to even joke about that. This time, it's serious. A matter of life and death, you could say. There's a stone tablet in Lord Yvain's manor. A Delrida relic. And I need you to get it for me.
No problem. Why?
The tablet was made by the Theud tribe and given to House Tarion as a token of friendship between the Delrida and the people of Cunacht. It's cursed, I suppose. Look, I'm no Theud. I don't pretend to understand their magic. But I do know the tablet causes nightmares. The thicker the weirdness, the worse they get. And, well, we all know what happened to Lady Maeve. If that tablet killed her, it can't stay in the manor.
Why didn't you say something sooner?
Aye, if I'd known, I would have said something, but I didn't. No until the Stone Wardens reached out to me a while ago, asking if I could petition Lord Yvain to return the tablet to the Delrida. I own a bookshop. I don't exactly have the social standing to march into Yvain's manor and demand he hand over an ancient artifact, do ya?
Where can I find
Give
it?
me your map, and I'll mark their camp. Here's the reward I promised. And I'm sure Kvor will have a little extra something for you too.
Maybe it should be destroyed?
Maybe it should. But it's also history. If the Stone Wardens are right, this tablet is one of the oldest examples of Theud craftsmanship. A piece of Delrida magic that survived on Avalon for centuries.
That is
Still,
impressive.
If it comes down to it, if it's a choice between taking it or leaving it behind to do more harm, destroy it. I'll deal with the Stone Wardens afterwards.
Okay. Doesn't seem very honorable.
Ask any Ulf, and they'll tell you the whole Theud tribe isn't honourable. Just because they use magic. They'll also call the Volker a bunch of raving lunatics. But while I don't put much stock in prejudice, it does feel wrong.
Aggressively Scottish. I like her accent. It's weird though. Sure.
You know, I was just going to ask you to talk to Anselm for me. But if breaking in is what you prefer, I'll only stop you.
I mean, I don't even need to break in. I just go there and then just, you know, vanish for a sec.
Try not to get caught, alright? That would be embarrassing for both of us.
Yeah, usually that is not a problem. Oh, wait. I wanted to look for the books. Maybe I want to buy them for no reason at all. It's just for the collection, you know? My collection? Is that alright? Alright? Great. That's great. We need to do the silent burden. Dangerous, no. What did we want to do? Gert. I don't even know what that was. Imra marked the area on my map with the grotto. Okay, FirstRun. Ah, this one we wanted to do.
Hello again.
Oh god, now you're very loud. Liliana? We know these. Why is this 1 out of 1? And I thought I bought this. Only want 1. Maybe that was the 2 I already own. I thought I bought these already. So now let me see. Steam, 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 Steam. How many books do I have? I had 2 before. Which I was wondering. Why? Hello? For academic... Oh, I have 4 now. Okay. So we have 4 out of 7. It's called for academic purposes, by the way, which is really nice.
You doing okay?
Stash. Books. All of that needs to go. So I don't, you know, delete them. Oh, hello Arthur, what's going? Oh my god, did you know about the Stone Wardens?
I heard rumors. The Delrita chieftains spoke among themselves of the Stone Wardens they brought from the homelands. Yet when I asked, they had little to say. It seems their brotherhood has found a way to bend the weirdness to their will. That is good, I suppose. If you have the chance to learn from them, do so. We need every advantage to restore peace.
I hope they give
Avalon.
me spells. That would be nice. These after images from Merlin was the one who created Saras.
That has been my suspicion from the moment we set foot here. This place hums with magic. But it isn't the weirdness. I only needed proof. I just didn't expect it to come through Merlin's own memories.
How do I hatch the egg now, though? You knew the expedition to the homelands was doomed to failure, and yet you ordered ships for them. He didn't quite follow your orders.
Just in his own way. He had a habit of doing that. I told him to sink the ships, and he did. But he also saved Nimue and the rebels because he wished to.
You shouldn't have told him to sink the ships. You should have told him to protect the ships until they are too far away to be protected, so they have a chance.
And if that act gave rise to this whole kingdom around us, well,
not anymore. It's dead.
Perhaps it turned out for the best. For Saras and its people. Though I wonder what fate awaits them when we need to reclaim the fleet for Avalon.
Why would you, actually?
When that time comes, I trust you'll make the right choice.
Yeah, no one knew it was doomed. I don't know why they are so sure about that. You thought the expedition was doomed.
It seems I did. Though I can't fully explain why. I'm still not entirely myself.
Yeah, I think you were bullshitting.
But I can understand it. In wartime, showing mercy to deserters wasn't a luxury I could afford. The war was nearing its end, true, but we still couldn't risk losing a single sword. By letting some sail and sinking the rest, I prevented more from fleeing, and, in a way, proved that I respected my people's choices.
Right.
No matter the cost.
That is also inconsistent, because he said, actually, unless he reverted that later, but in the cutscene he said sink the rest of the ships. Give them 3 and sink the rest of them. He didn't say sink the 3. Even though we had heard that multiple times that he did, but no, he did not. Not in the cutscene, at least. That we have seen. Did you know her personally?
Yes, since she was a little girl. Merlin took her in after she lost her parents. He told me she had immense potential, even at a very young age. She learned quickly, so Merlin always kept her close.
I think that old, disgusting horny man kept her close for other things
When
too.
she barely reached my knee, I had the feeling she didn't like me.
Okay. Do you think I made the right choice?
Seek absolution from me, or condemnation.
Whatever you want.
I will give you neither, my friend. If
That's
Saras taught me one thing, it is that we cannot foresee the full consequences of our choices. When I told Merlin to sink the fleet, I never imagined an entire realm would rise from it. Now it is gone, and the fleet is free once more. But what happens after is out of your hands. What's done is done. The only thing we can do is move forward.
Ah, wait. Merlin was not a red priest, right? So maybe he just liked the girl and wanted to keep her safe. Why didn't she like you? Yeah, why didn't she like you, actually? Didn't she say that to us as well? That she didn't like Arthur? But why is that, at least from your perspective?
I think she blamed me for Merlin's descent into increasingly questionable
Which is
methods.
weird. But she probably, yeah, she wasn't there when you guys were talking, so it was clearly Merlin. So, as far as we know.
She idolized him, and, like any daughter, wanted him to be without fault. It was easier to blame my influence than face the fact that Merlin had never been who she believed him to be.
It's also putting him in, this story is putting Merlin into a really bad light, right? It's a bit, is it fair? Is it unfair? I find it a little unfair. You really didn't have a problem sending her to her death?
What else could I have done? She ignited a rebellion against her king, and in a time of war. Treason remains treason. The sentence would have been the same. I decided against a public execution, not only to keep her from becoming a martyr, but because I would not force my friend to watch me set a blade to the neck of the girl he called his daughter.
Wow. Do you still think she was wrong?
Sailing for the homelands was madness. On that I will not waver.
You made the trip once, so it cannot be impossible. How is that madness?
Yet the urge was born from her hatred of Avalon.
I think we're missing information here.
And what it was becoming.
Some information. Either that maybe his mind was changed in a way, his memory was altered or something, but they went here once. They weren't born on this island, they came from the homeland, so it can't be impossible. But why are they now all, or were they all, of such a strong mind that it is impossible to go back?
She judged that the
There's no logic behind that.
we were laying were rotten.
From what we know.
And after all I have seen, I must admit she may not have been entirely wrong.
Maybe. People of Tumbo and their hunger for knowledge. Did you ever imagine it would end like this?
Shell named Hiss never inspired my trust. But
or
to
anyone's
suspect
trust.
him of plotting the death of his own kind, no. No one could have foreseen that.
Well, Urkel did.
I know Tumbo followed laws that we, as surface dwellers,
did that many a
could
time.
never fully understand. But mass murder in the name of knowledge, I don't think I ever want to understand the mind of that wretched creature. I only hope the people of Tumbo have found peace, and all the knowledge they desired, wherever they now believe themselves to be. Such a terrible loss.
Okay. I can't hatch the egg. Lucy, where do I hatch the egg? Can't do that from here, right? It's not a consumable. It is a... Actually, no, not sure where it belongs. Quest item. No, I can't access quest items here. I don't know how to hatch the egg. Lucy! Lucy! No, it's set on the fire. Where are quest items? Once carried for long enough, it can be hatched by resting near bonfire. Oh, resting. It says resting, so... Oh god. Thank you. Let's go until the next morning. There it is. Hatch Kirko. Kirko? Is he Quirk? Oh. Okay, you look cute. Why is it an ocelotl? Hello, my small friend. That is a very big hand. That's what she said, by the way. Feeding? Do a trick. Okay, that was a jump. Or something. I don't know what it is, but I love him. I know, Lucy. I was thinking you would. But I mean, this looks like gills, which would make it an ocelotl, at least in some way. Just, the rest doesn't look that much like it, but also it has 3 eyes that are not even blinking together. Weird. Feeding time. Your favorite. A vegetable. How about an onion? Yum, 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 yum. Okay. So, will he follow me now? That thing is so weird. Depending on what you feed him... Feed? You mean feed? It gets a few temporary skills. He has a 4th one below the chin. Oh my god, he has another eye there indeed. You're an extremely weird creature. Do I get that bonus? No, not right now, at least. Okay. So I guess Sage will give me more health or something, or more regeneration, and so on, so on, so on.
Oh!
Okay.
Hello there!
That one is a weirdo. Wait, do I have to talk to you now? You want to get your hands on Liliana's tomes? Maybe you could help Varel with the deliveries.
Watch over Varel's deliveries? Yeah, I could do that. I mean, it's not like I've got a lot going on besides guard duty and reading about Liliana's wild adventures. I'm just not sure she'd want me around, you know. Folks here, they don't like Camelotians much. But, maybe I could prove them wrong.
Exactly. Varel doesn't care about that. She just wants someone dependable.
Well, if Varel's alright with it, maybe I'll give it a shot. Besides, it'd be nice to be around someone who doesn't judge me for where I'm from. Alright, I'm in. Tell her she's got herself a new delivery guy.
I can't try it because I don't have any sage. Where was she? Oh, here.
Always a pleasure to see you.
That was loud. You were quite far away, woman.
Hello again. If you need anything specific, feel free to ask. Thanks.
Oh, I can't even tell her. Well, that's great. So once I find sage, we'll try. Or whatever. Other ingredients. But, in this part...
Okay?
I want to do the quest. That is so funny. Oh, we're just ripping them into pieces. Let's see. Yep. What is that extra aura that we have there? Was that always there? But that seems like an extra effect. See how easy it is to deal with the Red Death? I mean, we're immune, but... How about this? Oh, that's so easy. Level 55. Troll house or toll house? I think toll, right? Would make more sense. Nope. Ezra the Silent Child, a relentless foe and a feared hunter of the Four Dwellers, he was among the few men they truly dreaded. He nourished the soil of Avalon with the blood of its ancient inhabitants. May he find in the afterlife the peace that eluded him throughout his life. Yay, more archery! Oh, that is so funny. It feels good to be powerful. I did like the challenge of fighting sometimes in Dark Souls, if there was still the possibility to, you know, avoid hits or, you know, block, parry, do all those things, without getting just mauled to death. But unfortunately, sometimes Dark Souls dissolved into, oh yeah, you're just dead. There's no blocking or anything. And then it wasn't that fun, because that is not a challenge, that's just annoying. Although that combat system wouldn't work here either. Not with magic at least. With magic. Aww, hello. Don't get the Red Death, my friend. Customs node. Gareth of Camelot. Item iron ore. From the Dull Riat and the Forlorn Swords. 300 ingots! Whoa, that's a lot. High quality, minimal impurities. Tax levied 50%. Remarks the shipment shows evidence of superior smelting techniques likely derived from ancient methods. Recommend closer monitoring of the Dariata mining operations for potential technological acquisition. From ancient methods? How would that work? Brianna of Camelot, gold nuggets, 75, unrefined or its sizes, 25%. Damn, that's a tax. The quantity of gold suggests a new vein that has been discovered. Dispatch scouts to confirm and report. So they were spying with that. Cool. Great stuff there. Hello. Bye-bye. Oh. There's no sage or anything. God damn it. And I just put my stuff away. I would like that little thing to grow up as well. Yeah, look at that. That extra effect. That is new. None of that is new. Rune stones, well-preserved, powerful runes, 20% tax. Remarks, rune stones should be evaluated by the Royal Seer. Possible use in fortifying city defenses. Night stuff. Don't care. There's an alchemy station, huh? You say so. Enchanted artifacts, 5 artifacts, intact, faint, magical aura, 30% tax. Man, these taxes! Artifacts to be transferred to the Royal Mage for further inspection, potential for significant magical research. I did see you, you little bastard. You gots to die. Canine meat, that's a tragedy. Where am I going? Yeah, this is okay, this is right. Ow! The frick hit me there. Ah! Probably you. Oh, I know what this is. This is our special skill tree. Oh, by the way, if there was more... Ow. If there was more to gain there for the skill trees, I've forsaken that now because we didn't keep Saras. So there is no more shrines of Saras, and that means I'm stuck with what I have, which is at least, I mean... no, that's not what I wanted to do. Which is at least, you know, the main path, but I would have liked to have the summon path too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shrines is all we've gotten. That's kind of sad. I'm not sure if that was all of them. It looked like it. Which is a little sad, you know. I would have assumed we find 15 or 16. Which would have been much nicer. You know what? I'm gonna look that up real quick. I'm just gonna do that live, why not? Shrines of Saras. There's a map. And yes, I should have done that before we killed her. Doesn't work. Maybe this? I have to look at my scripts. Which one I enable. Come on, I just want to see how many shrines there are on that map, please. Oh, that's the wrong shrines. That's not the... Okay. Damn it. Sanctuary of Saras. How many shrines are there? Doop, 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 doop. Damn it, doesn't say. How many? I'm gonna put a cut in a second if that is not working. Okay, there is an explanation about the shrines. Blah 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 blah. Daughter with sacred shrines, blah blah blah. One of those trees active. Oh crap. How do you still exist? I killed you all. There you go. Well, there's another. Keep an eye on you. It doesn't say. Ah, oh, god damn it. If someone finds how many shrines there are, I would be interested. Oh, Sir Renard. Oh, you were actually somewhat potent. This is all nonsense. I need the Camelot stuff, maybe? Fine. We cut his head off again. That is so weird. Poor deserters. Treason or not, no one deserves that fate. It's late and I got very little sleep last night. Heading to bed. Take care and hope the game goes well. Have a good night, Terrible Hamster. I hope you sleep well. I appreciate you all being here. It's always great with you all. But yeah, I understand. It is late. It is 1 in the morning. I'm not gonna go on for that much longer. I just want to, you know, see if how long this quest goes. Hopefully not too long, because I would like to finish it here. How did I get up there? How did I get up there, damn it? That looks beautiful. Oh, look at that. We saw this castle in one of the pictures. Ah, this way. And this time maybe I'm not gonna get bonked out of existence. Down the stairs. I need to go there. How do I get there? And where's the one who can see me here? Winterskron's Wrath. Is that a better one? Nope. Already had that and it's garbage. This is also not how I get there. How do I get up? He does not understand. The left side? That looks somewhat better. 10 max health. Oh. And I get a skill point and attribute point. Interesting. That is expensive though, but basically we had that for free anyway. Not too long ago, so I'm not really that sad about it. Not for an attribute point, because that could give me more health. Not what I want. Death. Death for you guys is the best thing anyway, so. Some arrows. All these poor souls. Wasted away by that disease. See, sometimes I would assume if the dot is red, I could actually reach. It's nice, we have the frailty now. That is going to be huge. Not really necessary, but because it's not made for that, but still huge. Bosses will falter like crazy. Okay. What is that? The Fields of Misery. Attack speed. Useless. Useless, people. Useless. That is deep. Oh, but there's... Oh. Popped into existence. Unfortunately, no sound anymore. Oh, hello, my little friend. Okay. I did use some copper ore, so... It is a little weird though. They are all so fixated on Avalon. I mean, which fits the saga, for sure. But instead they should just go. Leave back for home. You know, just go back and... I don't want these baskets and stuff, but that's fine. And I'll take the vase. Ooh, beautiful picture. But what do they have here really? I mean... Look at this hellhole of a land. Full of bandits. basically like home. In the worst way. Some fish that is in here for 1,000 years. Not good. Ooh. Fast travel point. The tool house. Oh, it was tool house, not toll house. Oh, that's why it's the tool house. Okay. Because of all the tools. Who would have known? And death. Very much death. If I know that I'm going to the wrong direction, I just want to know where this leads. Just out. Oh, towards the tree. Interesting. Well, let's see what this dude has to say. Probably just stupid nonsense. As the other one did. Yes. Awesome. I have to talk to a corpse taken by the Red Death. That, okay, that was a weird hiccup there. A very Dark Souls-y thing right now. Wasn't there something like that actually? Master Assassin? Wait. I think that those are new. Weren't the others assassins before? I'm actually not sure. Yeah, but I want to get rid of the fish dudes. I think battle mages are better. Not better, but you know, better choice. More fitting choice.
You were awaited. In the past, in the present, and in the future. All stages have converged into one. And here you stand. Welcome, Hollow Shell. It is time to begin the next act of your journey.
Uh-huh. Who are you?
I am the one.
Mm-hmm.
The vessel. The
Your patient zero is
of
what you mean.
grace, the giver. I have worn many names, but names matter little, except for the prophets.
You should be burned.
Kai, listener of the bleeding heart of the plague, the sanctified pilgrim.
What happened?
Simple minds with lofty titles, and simpler folk with no standing opened these walls to something they did not understand.
Is this where the Red Death came from?
Then came the outbreak of terror. The plague claimed this place. Red Death.
Maybe they found a corpse infected in here? What was that?
A holy relic. A fragment of the sanctified body of the prophet.
Kai was the Red Death? Was Ignatius, and why did you choose to pass the gift to him?
Ignatius is but a corpse now, walking his own path toward grace. But his journey nears an end.
Empty
He
words.
survived because he was the only one prepared to become a hollow shell. I chose him to carry the gift forward, to pass it on to someone he deemed worthy. It seems that someone was you.
What do you want from me?
Humble soul is awaited by the bleeding heart of the plague. Someone who evaded its grasp. Someone who defied the destiny laid before them.
Why does this make me feel like I'm joining the cult of the blood whatevers in Dark Souls that just invade other people and, you know, annoy them and murder them?
Her name is Una, an old widow in Kunakt. But she is not alone. There is another. One whose choice led you here.
What fate awaits Una?
She will die in her sleep, and she will find
not sure who Una
peace in death.
Was that the poor woman in front of the house where her family was missing?
For those who defy their destiny cannot depart with joy.
And was it Ignatius?
Yes. Him. His role as the hollow shell must end. His purpose is fulfilled. He is no longer needed.
Wonder what he will say if he's just this is his end. His purpose fulfilled. All his purpose was to talk to us.
In you, I have found a servant whose perfect obedience will enact the will of Prophet Kai and the heart.
No thanks. I hate you guys. You are idiots. Why do I have to do this?
The gift you carry is only the beginning. Much within you must be purged before you achieve perfect obedience. Before you are ready for the final act. Now, receive the mark of the plague. Pass it on to those I have chosen.
No, I don't want to.
When their fates are sealed, return here for the next step.
So this guy wants me to spread the plague. Did I save before here? I think so. I'm gonna say I will do it, but I probably won't.
I know. Return when it is done.
Okay, so I didn't get another skill tree. I'd probably get it after this, but I don't want to do this. Each of those who live in obedience must allow themselves to be led and guided by the prophet's word as if they were a dead body. All of that screams, I'm disgusted by this. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, I just loaded before the conversation because I don't want to make a decision yet. I'm gonna think about that. I looked the tree up, and I looked up what the quest does. You only need to kill these 2 people with the mark, but I don't like spreading the red death. I'm really not sure if I want this, but we'll see. I'll think about it until next time. Thank you all for watching. Leave me a like if you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to sub the YouTube channel. It really, really helps. Come to Twitch, come to Discord, and I see you all in the next episode. Blub blub, everyone.